it all the time. No excuses and no blame. I'm stepping up my game. I'm a groovester, yes I am. With Groove I know I can. Read my master plan. I'm grooving, yes I am. I'm grooving. Oh, I'm grooving. I'm grooving, yes I am. I'm grooving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. Groove Nation inspires me to bust loose and break free. I'm dancing to my dreams, bursting at the seams. I'm feeling groove-alicious. Groove knows who I am. 'Cause now is my time to have a groove state of mind. I'm grooving. Oh, I'm grooving. I'm grooving, yes I am. I'm grooving. Oh, I'm grooving. I'm grooving, yes I am. I'm grooving.
Hello, Groove. David Lemon here. Welcome to another Groove Q&A live. I'm so excited to be here. We had a great session. Hold on. I have a door in the shot. So we had a great session last week for the Groove State of the Groovian, which is SOTG or State of Groove, as we're probably going to rename it. Mike Filsame did a 4-hour live stream last week with the status of where we are, what's the situation with the company in general, what's the situation with our finances, our development progress, any other ideas that we may have, and things like that. So if you haven't watched that, you can find that on our YouTube channel. It's a pretty long video, but because it has a lot of information, I definitely suggest you to watch it. So in there were a lot of questions from you guys. There was a couple hundred people watching it live, almost 500, 600 people on the live, and I'm pretty confident that couple thousand more people watched the replay after the video has been recorded live. So there were a lot of questions, and it is humanly impossible to answer all of the questions. And this is why we are doing Q&As like this, and this is why we are in the Facebook group answering questions left and right. So if you had any questions there and you didn't get an answer for it, I really don't like answering questions during a live, because we are going to talk about a lot of those things. So it's just like not making sense for you to ask the questions before we actually finished everything. So if you watch the whole Groovian, or the State of Groove, and you still have some questions that are left unanswered, make sure you drop them in here. I'm going to be able to answer them for you live. But yeah, this was a great session. I really hope we could do more of these often. Everybody likes having Mike on. Even me, I still learn things that I don't know about the company, that I'm like, every person has its own kind of department, and they are working all the time on something, but not everyone knows all of the stuff that is being worked on. So this is why I like to listen to Mike, because he's involved in a little bit of everything. So yeah, that's my intro for today. I will start answering questions because we have a lot of questions. Because just a couple of days ago, you saw all of the changes, all of the updates that we had going on, that we are working on. Nothing major came out in the meantime. There was one feature that I'm going to show you very soon when we get to the builder. In GroovePages, we have a new settings for borders. I'm going to just show you very quickly how it looks like. That's the newest thing that was added, but nothing major was released in the meantime. We'll also talk about that. So I'm going to just open up the questions from the Facebook group, and I'm going to bring myself on here, share my screen here, and maybe come over here and then zoom in. Here we go. So we have a couple of questions here. There was a post where you can ask your questions. There's a 23 comments. So we'll get to those right now. Raghu has a question. Can we create pop-up for gallery? Like when I click on any image, big image will open in a pop-up? Yes, definitely. You could create pop-ups, just add an image there, and you can trigger it with a button. We will make sure, this was a request in the feedback portal, we will make sure that we also add quick pop-ups for images. I'm going to request that with the team so that you can create a very quick pop-up just by selecting an image. You don't have to create the actual pop-up yourself. So this will be good. Any video on how to use the slider in GroovePages? I'm using slider but not working well. Not sure what's not working well, but I'm going to kind of show you how I use the slider, how we use the sliders in GroovePages. So in sliders, my suggestion is to always use a block. The reason behind that is because you can control many more things that are already preset in a block. Like for example, the height, the padding, the spacing in between. So whenever you're using blocks, let's just see. I believe here we have the slider block. Let's just edit completely on the top of the page. My suggestion is to use a designer block, anything that was designed already. So let's just say something like this. You drag it out and you drag it on the slider block, basically. And this shows up then, and then you can go and modify it. So anything that is on here, you can change. You can go on to the next slide and drag out another block and so on. So this is my suggested way of working with it. There is, however, a way to drag elements as well, but it is a little bit more complex. You have to juggle it a bit in certain cases so that it sticks. Because the reason for this kind of juggling of the elements is because there's a lot of things here in this menu. So if we just have a look at the bottom, there's a text in a container, in a layout, in a container, in a layout, in a container, in a slider block, in a container, in a slider, in a container, in a block, in the body. So there's a lot of things, and in order to find the right position, you have to sometimes kind of just kind of bring it in a different position. Like for example, I'm now moving it, but it's stuck on this position. So there are certain things, because there's a lot of elements all stacked up on top of each other. There may be some difficulties. We are working on or we have planned to improve the slider, to bring in more functionalities. This was now put just on a hold a little bit while we are rolling out with the GroovePages 2.0. But at this moment, this is the way I would suggest you to work. Just drag out the block on it and then change some things around. All right, let's move on. Are you still working on the SEO widget wizard for GroovePages? Is it scheduled for release soon? Is it something like Yoast? Yes, we are working on that one. I actually showed it in a previous Q&A live. When I was showing the actual GroovePages 2.0, you can find that in here. I believe Global Blocks, New Payment Gateway. I believe here. I was demoing the GroovePages 2.0. No, not here. There was another video where I showed the actual SEO menu. You can have a look. Maybe here, sneak peek into GroovePages 2.0. Let's see. So yeah, one of these menus in here. So if you look into sneak peek into GroovePages 2.0 and so on, you'll find more information about this menu. One of the items here is the SEO settings here. Yeah, so SEO settings. This is coming with the new GroovePages 2.0. We'll be giving you the health score. We also built in kind of a checker for everything that you have on page. You will see if you have a heading 1, a heading 2, a heading 3, if you have how many total links, how many total words you have, if you have link titles or duplicate links and things like that. We'll also be showing more information later on. We'll have the Dublin core SEO component in there as well, where you can add some different tags and schema related tags and things like that. So that's all going to be built into the page SEO module of GroovePages 2.0. We are still working on improving that. Yesterday I got a message from our devs that we are trying to actually bring this screen out in order to make it bigger so that it is more visible. This is one of the things that I requested. Let me see if I can show you here. Yeah, something like this over here. So we will have the SEO settings, but we want to bring it out so it's more visible in the middle of the screen. So this is now being worked on in GroovePages 2.0. So that's the if somebody will ask when is it coming out, there are still things that we are kind of changing around to be better. So that's the reason why it's not out yet, because we want to make it better. Hold on, I just lost my screen. Give me a moment. All right, this goes here. Cool. So yeah, if you want, you can look into the sneak peek into GroovePages 2.0. You can see what functions we will have. We wanted to showcase this one in the State of the Groove, but we didn't have access ourselves. There was one of our devs, one of the lead devs in GroovePages, got up the GroovePages 2.0 on his local system, so he was kind of showing us around. But it's just it's the best one. I can really go through and explain each and every functionality and go deep. We didn't have time for that one. So here in this video, you will be able to look into it. But we changed some stuff along the way. This was streamed in April. Since then, we changed some stuff around, so it's not going to be exactly what you see here. Anyway, moving on. When is GroovePages version 2 being released? Once we are finished with all of the feedback points that we gave, but we are now coming to the end. Like, these cosmetic changes are being worked on right now. In GrooveMember, is there a way in the course section to insert an image rather than a video, or just remove the main video altogether? Absolutely. So in a lesson in GrooveMember, you can do whatever you prefer. So you can add a video and an image and multiple videos if you prefer. So let's move on to courses. I'm going to just go open one of these courses just to show you how it works. Go into a lesson. Here is a default section in this lesson, and here you can see there is a video. You can change the video. The video below itself, it has some text. If you click enter on here, you cannot see it behind my back. When you click enter below this text, for example, you see immediately a plus button over here. You can click on this plus button and you can then add images. Let's just add this GIF image in here, and you can see it works immediately. So you can click enter and then add more images, or add even another video and things like that. If you would like, you could also just delete this section and add a section that doesn't have a video. So maybe, okay, not sure why it's loading, but you can add something like this, and instead of all of this text, you can just add an image in here. So it looks like this, and then you have really an image. If you have like an infographic or a long image, it will show nicely one below the other. All right, so that's possible. Is there any explain video to explain about the GrooveMember and funnel sequencing? We have many videos for GrooveMember, but I do not know what funnel sequencing is. So I will just write here, what is funnel sequencing? Could you please explain? All right. I don't know if this is related to the member video question or is a new question or something else. So I'm going to come back. If Sanjay, if you're here, please ask the question inside the live stream question so that I can get it answered there. Is it a must I create 2 different pages to sell 2 courses, or I can just create one sales page and then create a checkout page for 2 courses? You don't have to create 2 sales pages. You can create one page with many different products. Each product can have its own link to a checkout page. You can also create one product but have 2 price points for 2 different products, literally. So hopefully that makes it easy for you to understand. I know that you are very familiar with our suite of tools, so I'm pretty sure you understand what I'm talking about. But you do not have to create 2 different pages. You can just create one page and sell multiple different products through different checkout links. How can I set a discount on a course? If you're selling a course through GrooveSell, then just create a coupon in GrooveSell. I'm going to show you. We had a cosmetic change in GrooveSell. Not sure if you've seen that one, but when you go in product funnels, we added this menu that Mike talked about, where we have now this menu. This is a funnel specific menu that gives you kind of shortcuts. If you want to go to checkout links or manage coupons on here, it is all on the actual dashboard for this specific product funnel. So let's just say that I'm in my product funnel where I have all my products listed, and now I can go to manage the coupons for this specific product. I create a coupon on here, give it a name, give it a description. Let's just say 50 off. Oh, come on. 50 off. Let's just do a small off. I'm just going to give any description in here. Coupon code, you can change it to be the one that you want to have. Discount amount is going to be percentage for 50% off. And then you select the funnel, you select the product, you select a price point. Yes, let's just say for any product in this funnel, I want to give the $50 coupon. Apply discounts to all payments, to the first payment only for the first few payments. Let's just say you have an installment and you want to give, or maybe a subscription, you want to give the coupon for all the installments or all the options. Then you just type in or for 100 or all payments and things like that. So you manage that yourself. Is there an expiration? And you're done. Basically, you now have a coupon that you created. That's not the one. So here, the 50 off. So the lowest one will be the latest that you added. We may change this one. I believe Mike asked for filtering and sorting, and also the latest to come on the top on here. So that's most probably already in progress. But yeah, here we go. This is my coupon code. Now I can copy that and add that on the checkout pages when I'm purchasing the product. So that's basically it. You are selling the product through Groove or GrooveSell. You just go in to GrooveSell, create a coupon. No matter what you're selling, the same process applies. All right. Mark and Mac, will PayStack payment gateway be available tomorrow? No, we really need this in South Africa and Africa. I understand. We have a backlog of things that we are reviewing with the devs at this moment. PayStack is still on that list. It won't be available for tomorrow. The email templates updates to GrooveMail, is it available yet? No, it's not available yet. It's going to be available most probably tomorrow, if the latest information from GrooveMail devs is correct. Let me just double check. It says okay. Let's do it early tomorrow, because if something goes wrong, we can get that fixed by US morning time. Yeah, so the plan is to release it tomorrow. We are still doing the final day of testing, we had some other feedback points that we want to add in the new email builder, but we'll release it and then improve it. So yeah, GrooveMail Builder is most probably coming tomorrow according to the latest information I have here. Mark Mac, links in GrooveMail is translated to a new name when the email broadcast is done. The branded links change to a tracking link by name when the email broadcast is done. Yeah, this needs to be done. This happens in each and every email platform out there. When you add a link, would that be your branded link or anything inside the email content, it creates a tracking link. This tracking link is important for the email platform to be able to track if somebody clicked it, or how many people clicked it, or how many people opened the email and clicked it. So this is a tracking link for GrooveMail, and MailChimp has it, ActiveCampaign has it, each and every email platform has it. They basically convert all the links to a tracking link that a platform that you're using to send emails can read in order to give that information, kind of the analytics and the stats of the email back to you. When will new themes for GrooveBlog be released? We have it on the to-do list, but at this moment we are focusing mainly on some of the functionalities. I showed you guys some of the templates that we have designed for GrooveBlog. They are all ready and waiting for designing. Let me just see where it is. But yeah, it is not GrooveBlog themes. Here it is. It is not a top priority on our to-do list because these themes have some functionalities that we still cannot support in our app. Actually, this is the old theme. Let's just see. Here. Some of the stuff on here is not available yet. For example, Pacifica. This is a new template that we want to create, and some of the templates have some more functionalities that we still don't have. So we are adding those in first. So as you can see, it looks good. We will be adding these share options. We are going to also be adding the read next section. We want to put in the sign up form to the bottom of the page, something like this one. So this also needs to be coded. Each and every functionality that I'm showing you now is a feature that needs to be done before we kind of develop the theme. So this is one. There's another one, Okra. This one looks great. So here you can see this. So some of this, for example, an author detail box, we still don't have that yet. So this is something like when you go to GrooveWebinar, oops, or wrong, and you create a presenter. So you can create a presenter in the same way we will have for authors. So you'll be able to add a presenter bio, an image, select the name, type in an email address, and then create authors, so that it shows up like this in the template. So this is another functionality that we want to develop. It is also on the to-do list. Currently, what we are working on in GrooveBlog is the loading speed. Whenever you Groove.cm/blog. Whenever you load the blog, it loads it from scratch. Like whenever I revisit it, it now cached the page. But whenever I'm loading a new page, it shows this gray bar on the top. You probably saw that on your end as well. Here you see there is a gray bar that is showing for a quick moment, and then it loads the page. So we are removing this one, and we will be improving the loading speed of the blog first. That's being worked on currently for GrooveBlog. So it is definitely not going as fast as some other apps, but we are still working on GrooveBlog. All right, yeah, similar articles, credits, comments. This is still all functionalities that we want to add. Let's move on. Top web creations. The Groove sitemap lists all pages with an HTML extension, even though that is not how the pages are published. Google flags this as duplicate pages. Can we get the .html extension removed from the sitemap? Yes, that is also something we have on our to-do list. It's not going to be added in GroovePages 2.0, but we have something that you can manage the, if I can find it here, inside. Oh, here is a double link or meta tags. We will have disable page indexing. We will have a toggle in GroovePages 2.0 that will remove it from the sitemap, basically. That will not allow the page to be indexed by the Google robots or the search engine robots. So that's one of the things that we have. Let's see, great suggestion. Thank you, David. Would it be also nice to exclude certain pages from the sitemap? Still hoping for the option to force www or non-www. We will be adding an option that's called canonical, that you decide what version of the page you want to add. This was also a feature request, but we also had it on our to-do list. But at this moment, we cannot do the page rules as what you can do in Cloudflare with the 301 redirects. The reason is because Cloudflare does not give access to that portion of their system, so that we built it in our own. So that's something that we cannot do, but we will do canonical. However, you could reach out to support and request the pages to be forced to www or not www. I know that, for example, Kartra, they do not allow non-www pages. They always load the www version. They decided either go with one or the other, but we want to have options. Like, we want people to be able to decide. So currently this can be done through support. And we will have also that canonical option for the SEO. And the best solution for adding an on-index directive to page codes creates an error webmaster tool. That's a bad solution. We need a sitemap builder to leave the page out of sitemap. Okay, yeah, that's what I mentioned. How to change the time as per my country in GrooveMail to schedule emails, as by default it's EST. Currently, we do not have an option to do that. Soon we will have a time zone selector in the account settings here. So in the account settings, we'll have a time zone selector, language selector, currency selector, or a default currency selector, and some other options. So once that is available, then GrooveMail will be able to recognize the time zone you are in, and then it's going to be sending out emails based on your time zone. Currently, it is hard-coded to send through EST. How do we get to know that we have upgraded to unlimited contacts after the purchase of the GDP? Reach out to support. They will confirm it to you. Currently, this is also something that we are working on. We have a completely new, cool design for it's going to be probably over here somewhere at the bottom, which will show the limits that you have, like the number of contacts, the number of videos you can upload, the number of pages and things like that. This is going to be either here or maybe in the account settings. I'm not sure what we decided, but it's going to be kind of a line. You have a line and this is 100%, but then the line will be filled up to a certain point if you have some certain limits. Most probably if you upgrade, it's going to be unlimited, and then it's going to show that in that account settings. Currently, we do not have that in the UI yet. This was designed but not developed yet. So until we have that, just reach out to support. They will confirm your purchase. They will upgrade you to unlimited contacts, and then you can rest assured that's done. Is there any way we can assign existing sequence mail to new list or contact? You can, but you need to add a tag through an automation. So, for example, now I have some contacts here. Let me just see if I have GrooveMail. I don't. Oh, I have to tell you, I almost canceled this today's Q&A session because we had a snafu here at home. My wife was bitten by a venomous spider, which is not something that you see in Croatia in the middle of a populated city. So I almost canceled because she had to go to the hospital. Anyway, she's better now. She had injections. She laid down in the hospital for some time, and now she's feeling better. But it's still like. Anyway, Moving back to the topic, I'm going to show you how to. Okay, yeah. So if you have any kind of contacts, which I don't remember if I have on this account. Okay, yeah, I have here a couple of contacts. I can see what the contacts have. They don't have any tags. They are on a couple of lists. So this is basically my contact. Now, what I could do is I could create an automation which says if contact is assigned a tag, and you basically select the tag. Of course, I don't have a tag in this one, not even on this one. Let's just say, okay, if they get this tag, then subscribe them to a sequence. All right, and you select your sequence. I have a couple of test sequences in here, and I just named this automation tag to sequence. Just give it a name, and now I have to turn this on, which you probably don't see behind my back here. I'm going to click resume. So now what you need to have is a green dot. Now the automation is done. So if I go and set this contacts tag, I assign the tag to this contact, the one that I set up there, which was a healthy eating trends or something like that. This one. Okay. If I add this tag and I click save, then the contact is going to get added to a sequence. So this is just an automation that you can create. The only issue is currently we do not have a bulk option to kind of add multiple people in. You cannot add a tag for multiple people that you select at the same time. We will be doing bulk actions soon. We'll be doing bulk actions to send an email, delete contacts, add tags, add the sequences, and all of the stuff. But currently we do not have that. But now you need to do that one by one, unfortunately. Or you could export some of the contacts, and then through a CSV file in Excel or in any spreadsheet software like Google Sheet, you add the tag, like copy paste it, and you re-import the list. Then what it will do is it's basically going to update the contacts that you have in your contacts list here, and it's going to re-import all of the contacts with a tag. So that's basically it. Okay, Scott Nielsen has a question here. Simple yes or no, really short answer would be really helpful for all GrooveKart users. Here's a setup. Oh God, when I see these sausage questions, I get worried. All right, here's a setup example for our questions. Domain.com is our main page, GroovePage/blog website. Domainsales.com is our GrooveKart app standalone main store. All right, instead of displaying our domainsales.com name in the main app menu for our Groove account, it shows the store URL name as domainsales.groovekart.com. Is this just because we have not activated the store yet and our store is actually being held on a subdomain on Groove white label Cloudflare platform until it is published, or do we have to run GrooveKart as a subdomain of our main GroovePages website like all the other apps? So no, you have to make sure that you have enabled that domain on the on your GrooveKart store. So I'm going to show you what you need to do inside the domain management here. All right, so I have a domain which says Groove Assist. Here I can see that I enabled GrooveKart, so I can connect a GrooveKart. So I have store.grooveassist or shop.grooveassist. Let's just say this is a domain. It's the same thing for yourself. You would have just an extra domain here. You have to connect it to GrooveKart from the domain management, but then you also need to go here to the settings, domain, and here you need to assign a domain to your store. Otherwise it's not going to show. Here you see at this moment you will probably have just a subdomain, but you have to link the domain that is available, that you connected in your account. So once you link it, it's going to show on the custom domain as well. As you can see, it says pumpkinson.groovekart.com /da. But here, if I go to the custom domain, shop.grooveassist.com, it's going to open my my store because I have linked it here. So this is my my website, but I have linked the GrooveKart store to a subdomain, so I can now unlink it or link it here to other domains as well. So this is how you work with it. It's pretty simple. You just need to do this step as well. GrooveKart automation interface. GrooveKart has a nice set of built-in templates and forms, but it can access, process, and post all the automations and forms like GrooveMail. Okay, but can it access process? Okay, so it's not connected yet to the automations. GrooveKart is completely separate type of an app. It was built on a different architecture. It was built with different systems in mind, but we have basically an active group, and that we are working on implementing the GrooveKart actions and triggers and things like that in GrooveMail. I can actually tell you what the plan is here. Here, GrooveKart GrooveMail integration. We will have a list of things like, for example, product was purchased, product was refunded, new customer was created, new order is placed, new product is created, newsletter subscription, new customer message, updated order, cart was abandoned, affiliate signed up. So all of these are triggers, and all of this will be getting recorded in the activity log. So in the activity log, you will see, okay, somebody purchased a product in your GrooveKart store. Somebody refunded a product. Somebody placed an order. Somebody sent you a message in your GrooveKart store. The cart was abandoned or something like that. So all of this activity will be seen in the activity log. And based on that, you'll be able to set up some automations through GrooveMail. So we'll have that built in. And this is what we are working on this connection right now. So this is coming. Dropified API, we have an elite account with Dropified, which has a fully automated order processing for AliExpress in our store and GrooveKart. Should we use a Dropified link found in Groove's site along with AliExpress? No. So what we have here for Dropified, this is just a link to kind of sign up for the users that don't have an account. So if you don't have an account, you don't have to click on this one. There's nothing that you gain from clicking here. If you just here for buying, if you have an account, just sign in and that's it. So you will need to sign in order to start using it. But yeah, you don't have to click on any of the links. Just sign in here. You will need to use these API credentials that GrooveKart gives you, connected to your Dropified app, and then you are good to go. All right, moving on. All right, I have a webinar funnel. My affiliates promote the free webinar, and when their invites enroll to my paid masterclass, I have to pay the affiliates for their commissions manually. 9 out of 10 of our students don't have PayPal, so they aren't able to pay through GrooveSell. Chester, this is another one of the manual affiliate questions. So I can answer it. There is no automated way for us to track offline purchases at this moment. There is GrooveSell was not set up for that, and at this moment we are not even planning to set it up currently for offline purchases. At this moment, GrooveSell is just an online sales platform, and that's the main core of our product. To do any type of offline purchases, that's going to be in the future. Currently, we do not have processes for that. But anyway, let me just look into your questions. Is there a way to trace the affiliate sponsor of a customer who has signed up on a free product then later paid outside GrooveSell? Again, there is nothing that we can do to automate this process, because GrooveSell, just like Samcart, just like ClickFunnels, just like the other online platforms, it needs to be all connected. We need to see the information from the purchaser. We need to see that there was a payment, and then we can do different actions based on that. Other than that, I wouldn't be able to offer you any workaround currently. Everything that you would need to do would be just like tinkering a lot, so that I would know who I should pay in case of the customer purchase a product or paid offline. Okay, anyway, that's the answer. Is there a way to manually input the sale info into the affiliate payout or dashboard and pay the commission offline through local payment gateway? Is there a way to manually input the sale into affiliates payout? Again, this is another thing that we do not track. We do not have systems to track offline payments, offline purchases. and then add them into the affiliate dashboard. It's just not made for that, unfortunately. Under GrooveWebinar, what is canned responses? Great question. In GrooveWebinar, let's see, I probably have it opened here. In GrooveWebinar, you have canned responses, which is in the settings, and then canned responses. You can add canned responses like, sure, we'll look into it immediately. You can save that, and you can create another one. Of course, all our webinars will have a replay. You'll get an email soon after the webinar is done, for example. Webinar is over. Anyway, so now I have 2 canned responses. You can add as many as you want. You can edit them, delete them, and other things. But here, when you go into a webinar and you find an active webinar inside the control center, you open the control center link so that you are a moderator and you're going to answer to people's questions. Then here, when you're writing your message, here you have this button where you can see the, hold on. Here, you can see the automated responses. For some reason, it is not showing up for me. But you will see the automated responses, canned responses in here. For some reason, it is not showing up at this moment. Let me see if I try to log in directly in the webinar as an admin. Will it show? Or maybe there needs to be a comment so that I can answer it using a canned response. Not sure. Let me just see. Anyway. Starting soon, 19 hours. Oh my God. That's not a webinar I want to wait on. Let's just see the other ones. Maybe I get a chance to watch it sooner. All right, here's another one in 2 minutes. All right, I'm going to just double check if it shows up, but that's basically what it does. It gives you pre-recorded messages that you can type with one click. All right, we'll wait for these 2 minutes, and then we'll jump in. All right, let's move on. On the Groove, okay, I answered that one. In GrooveMember, how can we create an automation on access levels so that when a student with a free access level upgrade to a premium access level, the free access level is deleted? Just create another access level and just assign the user to that access level. Just it will one access level they have access to the free content, and in the other access level they won't have access to the free content. So you just bump them up to the other level. I'm not sure what exactly you're trying to achieve. You don't have to disable them from one to give them access to the other one. Just assign them to another one where they don't get access to the certain parts that they already have. Can I apply for GroovePay even if I don't have a registered business? Yes, you can. GroovePay is not yet supported here in the Philippines, but my wife is in the UK. At this moment, we only support directly through GroovePay with our new connection. You probably heard on the State of the Groove, Mike talked about previously we were working with Stripe. For GroovePay, they were our preferred partner or strategic partner. They worked with a lot of different countries, and at this moment we work with a different company because of Stripe changed some stuff, and currently this company supports only US based companies. So currently UK company cannot be supported directly with our setup, but if you reach out, they may be able to suggest you some other ways to use GroovePay in UK or the other countries. So reach out to the support, they will be able to assist. Is there an update on global blocks? If you didn't already cover this in your updates, I just mentioned that it's coming out with the GroovePages 2.0. In a mail broadcast, can you exclude people based on conditions like don't have a certain tag or do have a certain tag? For example, you might want to send to people with a tag baker, but exclude people with a tag gluten allergy. This is where the segments come in. So in Groove Mail, which I have opened somewhere here, you can create segments, and the segments you say bakers, right? So here, include everybody that has a tag, I don't know, health eating trends free member, but exclude everybody that has a tag that is I don't know, paid member. All right, so this is now your segment. So this is what segments are for, to include and exclude certain contacts from your database. All right, moving on. Having issues with the logo inside GroovePages always disappearing when trying to add a link to it. Whenever whether it's a URL on a page, is a bug and can be fixed. This issue has been for months. We have actually pushed a fix for that one. You may need to update the navigation bar. Try that, JC. It may be that you just need to refresh it. If it's still happening, please reach out to our support team. The Groove Premium Plus lifetime offer shows unlimited videos. Does that mean include unlimited hosting bandwidth? If not, what unlimited videos mean? Unlimited videos mean with our YouTube connection. Everybody that had the lifetime option, they get 100 gigabytes, and that's something that we cannot physically give lifetime. This is just something that is a hard cost to our company. However, we created this way of connecting a YouTube video. Like, for example, I'm going to take this YouTube video, actually just get this link. And if you open up GrooveVideo and add a video, but not direct upload like what you have offered here, but YouTube, and just paste here the link. What it's doing is that it's taking the source video from YouTube, but playing it with a normal Groove branding. With, you can change the colors on here. You can put in your play button. You can put in thumbnails and decide an end action. Do all sorts of different things, like do a, I don't know, animation for a play button, for example, and things like that. So it's taking a YouTube video, removing all the branding and playing it in GrooveVideo. So this type of connection does not require us to pay for each and every video, and this is why we can give it unlimited. It is hosted by YouTube. You can put it also to be unlisted, so it's not found. For example, if you want to create course content and you want to use GrooveVideo for certain tracking and maybe some call to action buttons on the video itself, you can use YouTube video. Just put them in unlisted, put them as unlisted, add it to GrooveVideo, and then you are good to go. So this type of adding videos is unlimited. There is no limits for it because it's using somebody else's hosting, and this is why we can show that. Whenever you purchase, you probably purchased the lifetime option. There was 100 gigabyte limit on there. All right, I believe I have finished all of the questions from here. If I have missed some, or I didn't know some of the answers, I apologize. But let's just go on and see the questions from the live stream. Sorry, my nose is super itchy now. All right, there is Ila has a question. How do I add pre-existing contacts with a particular tag in my Groove Mail to a course in GrooveMember in bulk? Does Groove Mail automation have this facility or any other way? So this relates to the question that was previously, how do I add people into a sequence? The same thing applies. You create an automation. If somebody gets a tag, add them to a sequence. Then what you can do in order to do a bulk import is just export the people that should have access to your course, export them to a CSV file, and re-import them while you are actually adding in the tag manually in Excel or any kind of spreadsheet software. So export the CSV file, type in the actual tag copy paste it to all of the contacts and re-import that list. So this is the only way to actually do bulk options currently, while we do not have the bulk actions built into the system. Last time you said RazorPay is on hold. Please share if there's any updates about the same. In India, we need it desperately. Many customers not comfortable with PayPal and GroovePay. At this moment, we have put RazorPay aside because it requires a lot of R&D. There was, I believe, we spent almost a week on pure research on RazorPay, and at this moment, we just put it on the side. There is a lot of different top priority things to work on, but we still have RazorPay somewhere on the side to look into when we catch a breath. The state of Groovium was amazing. Thanks for all the hard work, team. Eagerly waiting on Groovathon. Perfect. Thank you very much. Our pleasure. All right. Hi, David Francine here. I now have access to Groove SMTP. Yay! If I switch from SendGrid, will there be interruptions in my email sequence? I currently have ads running. So what you need to do in order to kind of switch fully is create a sender and then go into the sequence and then change the sender on the emails. There should not be any disruptions. You basically the change will happen only when you click the save in the top corner of the sequence builder. So if you change all of the senders and then you click the save, then it's shifting it and then starting to send the emails through the different SMTP. If I change the domain name of the sales page in GroovePage and then and change the domain name within the funnel setup in GrooveSell, will the current recurring subscription still continue? Yes, yeah, because each and every subscription has a transaction ID. Each and every subscription have a product ID, a product funnel ID. So it's not tracking the actual name that you type in, but it's tracking some different IDs in the backend. So it's not related to what you type in or change. Or will the changing of the domain name mean that we have to sign people up again to their subscription? Not at all. So Andrew, whatever you do with the names does not affect any of the subscription information and subscription tokens that were created during the purchase. What are the steps to edit the unsubscribe messaging GrooveMail sequence emails? Thanks again. Not sure what you mean to unsubscribe message. We have a message hard-coded, and this is done by most email service or email providers. The reason is because people are sneaky and they hide the unsubscribe link. So we and the other email providers need a way to hard-code that one. And currently we do not have options to change the text. If somebody clicks, if somebody sends an email, the unsubscribe link will be added there automatically. We will change that later on when our Groove Mail Builder comes out. We'll create some nicer way of displaying that unsubscribe link. But what we currently do is just a basic, so that it's hard-coded, it's visible, because by the Can Spam Act or an act that checks these emails, there's basically a standard. Each and every email needs to have an unsubscribe link. So what people do is that they delete it if we don't hard code it, or they kind of change the link to completely white or something like that. So it's there, but it's not visible, and we do not allow that. So at this moment, it's hard coded. It's not allowed to change it because of this spammers and then the standards for spamming. So currently we do not have a way to change the styling. We will be changing the styling and maybe even providing pre-set up content sections for the unsubscribe section when the email builder comes out. But that's definitely not going to be immediately when it's out. All right, David, great to see you again. Thank you very much. Does GrooveKart affiliate program hard code like Groove Affiliate does? No, GrooveKart affiliate program is just a simple cookie-based affiliate system. So it's not the hard-coded affiliate system, because it does not need to be. It is not something that you track signups and then upgrades and things like that. So it's literally just tracking a purchase, and that's done through cookies. If I build a bunch of emails and templates in B Pro now, will I be able to use them once that builder becomes live in Groove? Yes, yeah. You just copy over the HTML code and you just bring it into Groove email builder once it's ready. All right. Any updates on split testing in GroovePages? Not at the moment. We will be having, we will be working on that one in the next quarter, most probably. For the moment, we are just focusing fully on GroovePages 2.0. But we have plans for that one. We do. There was maybe I should not say this, but there is also there is also an idea to maybe create a split testing app like what we did with Groove pop-ups or the Groove ads, for example. Just a split testing that is not going to be related to a specific app, because this would then allow you to use any of the WordPress builders and any of the, I don't know, Breezes and ClickFunnels and the other ones that may not have split testing, and use it with our split testing. So there may be something that we are planning on doing something like that. It's not kind of a edged in the stone idea, but it's definitely an idea that we're playing with. The tracking that we are planning, we were actually planning to do it in GroovePages, but again, we will have the same thing that we did with pop-ups. It's hard-coded. You cannot split test webinar signups, or you cannot split test, I don't know, blog posts even, or you cannot split test GrooveKart product pages and things like that. So what we were thinking is maybe create an app that allows you to select the pages within the app, or select an external URL and just kind of switch and rotate the links, or send traffic 50% or 20% based on how you set it up, actually. So an app that would do this built into Groove, maybe even have its own name, Groove Split Test or something like that. So this is something that we're still playing with. We want to have it, but we do not want to have it built into GroovePages, what we did with pop-ups, because then we also need to bring out the pop-ups. So this is a bigger project than what we anticipated at the beginning. When is this to checkout payment gateway like to be incorporated in GrooveSell? At this moment, we still have it on our to-do list, but it's not our short-term to-do list. We wanted to get it done, but since they required a lot of R&D, we just kind of put it on the side for the moment. At this moment, it is on our to-do list, but probably in a couple of months. Can we insert a meta tag? Yes, you can. Are thumbnails and marketing kit part of the $497 Groove Designer Pro? I do not know by heart. Like, you would need to go and check on their sales page and see what they offer. You can rewatch the replay and see what they offer, what the offer is about. They mention it there very clearly. Thanks for that, David. You just saved me hours on the sliders. I was always in there with elements. Oh, no problem. How to connect API for GroovePages? We do not have an API for GroovePages. GrooveMail sequence and time delay with specific date. If we create specific sequence with specific date each month, when someone joins, does it just automatically skip the past dates and start them at the newest date? Yes. Yes. So it's not. It's just. Hold on. No. Oh yeah, yes. So if it is set up with a specific date, with the delay is set up to have a specific date, then it's going to skip the previous ones. Yes. Can we have more website templates? Yes, we will have. If you probably didn't see it, make sure you see the State of the Groovion, because we talk about the new template library, which is called Grab and Go templates. You may want to look into that one. GroovePages carousel slider. Can you add a block? Can you add back the crop button in the configure number of slides slider image? It was removed. Slider image. That's probably for carousel. Not sure. Number of slides. Slider image. I'll need to double check what this means. I'm not sure what that means. There's another, probably the same person. Now you have to select, choose, and find the image again in the library. Not user friendly. I have to scroll hundreds of images, and the thumbnails are hard to see. So this is probably the carousel, not the slider, but yeah, this would be probably related to our image library more than the slider or the carousel element. Anyway, when doing a test on my membership, the email sent goes to my sales page. How can the email have the link going to the membership login page? Membership login, you can send them to your portal that you have set up in the membership portal, or you send them to a membership website. So you have both in GrooveMember. Let me just bring this over here, bring this over here. So when you go back in here and you open one of your memberships, here inside the links, you have a login URL. So you can copy this one and you can add this one. So this is the login URL for your membership. That looks like this. So just set up, just come to the membership screen, this chain icon, and then login URL. Or you could go also to portals, which is over here. And you take a portal login link depending on what you set up. And then it's going to look like basically the login link. I may need to redo all my portals, but here we go. Here is a portal link, and then they will see something like this, and they can log in, and then that will bring them to the membership. So you can send them to a membership login or a portal login, depending on how you have your membership structure set up. All right, moving on. Can you add back the image preview with resolution? I have multiple similar images, and in your current image, thumbnails are low quality, and I can't tell them apart. I need to see the resolution. There will be changes in the image library. Please add this into the feature request so that when we are actually tackling that functionality, that we'll also consider this one. Please explain how can use GrooveMail and what it is used for. So William Phillips, GrooveMail is used to send out email to a contact list. So it's a one-way communication where you send a lot of emails at once. Your Gmail or Yahoo or Zoho or Outlook mail is a two-way communication. It's an inbox where you can send and also receive emails, but GrooveMail is used to send out a lot of emails. Think of like you have a form on your website and you have a newsletter, the sign up form. When somebody signs up, you collect those emails on a list, and then if you have a new product, you can send out an email for those to those contacts. So that's what GrooveMail is used for. There are trainings out there on YouTube and in our Facebook group. So please just search and look into it, but it's very, very self-explanatory when you go into GrooveMail how to set it up. But there is a training also on YouTube. Just have a look into it. Just search GrooveMail and you'll find a lot of information about that in Google, in YouTube as well. Does GrooveBlog have RSS feed functionality? It does not yet. I want to use my blog content as a source for my social media content. Yes, we will have that. Yeah, for canonical SEO feature. Cool. Sorry to hear that, Dave. I pray she recovers quickly. Oh, yeah, she has her leg is like this one, and she couldn't walk. This is related to the spider bite. Hope your wife will recover soon. Thank you very much, guys. When can we expect the demo mode feature available on our dashboard as a user? It is also another one of those things that we are working on with a guy that is doing the UI. As you saw, the GrooveSell UI was changed and things like that. So that's the person working on it. He has it on his to-do list. Christina has a question. Help, is there a step-by-step guide for setting up a funnel in Groove, from buying the domain to the automations to adding a pixel? I know it's all various videos in YouTube, but I need it all in order. Please, does something like that exist? I think all of this is available in one of my videos, except adding the pixel. But adding a pixel is just copy pasting something from Facebook. There are specific videos on adding a pixel, but what I would suggest is having a look into funnel. This one. Wait. Creating a funnel with upsell and downsell in GrooveSell and GroovePages. This would probably be one of those videos. Let's see. I'm not quite sure if I purchase a domain here. I don't think I did purchase a domain. When I was doing these training videos almost every day, I purchased so many domains. Couple weeks ago, or couple months ago, I had to kind of pay for them again, so I kind of let all of those domains expire. All right, I don't remember the training where I purchase a domain and then build all from beginning, but if you want, just type in funnel. You can watch creating a funnel using GroovePages, GrooveSell, GrooveMember. You can create a funnel using upsell, downsell, and using GrooveSell and GroovePages. You could also check this complete opt-in funnel using GroovePages. So all of these are doing most of the setup. Buying a domain is something that I would suggest a separate video for, and also connecting a Facebook pixel is something that you could do. Like type in domain Groove, connecting a custom domain to Groove using full domain setup, connecting your domain to Groove, domains managed, and things like that. There is more than enough videos on how to connect your domains. There is also, if you type in pixel and Groove, the same thing. All right, how to add Facebook pixel to GroovePages with bonus Groove hack, update the image. Okay, so this is not it, but GroovePages. GroovePages tutorial, how to install your Facebook pixel on GroovePages, how to install Facebook pixel on GroovePages, creating a Facebook pixel to your GroovePages, and so on and so on. So all of these videos are available. It does not have to be from me directly. There are videos, like for example, this one is from me, and there is most probably a couple others. But yeah, just search for different keywords and you'll find the answers. There's also Amy Vo and a lot of other guys. Kevin Stride, here is Tony. They're also doing longer builds. So maybe if you search for Groove Pages build, build your first funnel. Most of these videos will be longer, so you have to expect that. You see Robert Murray here. There are other trainers that are doing funnels and trainings about building different types of funnels, web pages, and things like that using GroovePages. So you may want to look into other videos as well. You mentioned adding currency converter and language, not currency converter, currency selector, default currency selector, and language under account settings. Any idea on estimated timeline for this being worked on? I do not have an ETA on that one. I can just tell you that if it is planned or not, and this is definitely planned for our short-term roadmap. Hi David, what's the update on PayStack integration with Groove? PayStack is also in the pending process for review. It is going to be released soon, ish. At this moment, we are reviewing some of the stuff necessary for the new price plan changes. So that's definitely a priority. Let's just see. Oh my God, there's so many questions in here. Previously saved blocks seem to have disappeared in GroovePages. Are you aware of this? We are doing some things with a new way. We are going to save blocks and elements and do the global block functionality. So it may have caused that block disappearing issue, but reach out to our support team. They can look into it for you. I do not know what exactly may have caused this one, but definitely reach out and we'll check. When will you be doing a demo on Groove design on GroovePages? I do have a lot of these, but I do plan to do that very quickly when we have the GroovePages 2.0 out. For the moment, it does not make sense for me to do trainings if we are releasing a completely new builder. Any kind of tutorial that I do now is going to be useless, most probably within the next couple of days when we release the new builder. So once the new builder is released, I'm going to definitely do new training. Is there a way around to having a live class on Groove? You could embed YouTube live streaming, but you need to use other tools for the live streaming capabilities. At this moment, through YouTube or through Groove, there is no way to stream yet. We'll have Groove stream later on. What's the difference between cloning and duplicating a page? Cloning means that you can clone it to this site or other sites and funnel folders and wherever you want, but duplicate is literally just creates a quick duplicate of the page. So you probably can see that difference as well when you click on the different buttons. So just play around. Any SEO improvements for Groove in general and to GrooveBlog in particular? We are missing some essential features. Again, Ivan, with the same request. Ivan, when there will be improvements, I will be mentioning them. I know that you asked a lot about this. We are working on them slowly, but don't have to ask again and again every time. When there is any update, I'm going to let you know. Is there a way to have 3 different thank you pages for a funnel that has a main product and 2 upsells? How can it be done if the person bought the first upsell but not the second one? Is there a way to have 3 different thank you pages for a funnel that has a main product and 2 upsells? I don't understand the use case. How can it be like you can set up in GrooveSell, if somebody purchased an upsell, then show them this thank you page. If somebody did not purchase an upsell, then you basically then they skip, then they will see the upsell too. So it needs to be planned out. Draw out a map. I do not understand the use case. So if you could maybe record a video and post in the Facebook community, maybe me or other people can assist you understand this flow better. I'm not quite sure I understand what you're planning to do. Why would you want to have 3 different thank you pages with upsells? So yeah, I'm not understanding the question fully. Which do you think is the best alternative to Bucket.io? Looking to build a quiz survey like this. Okay, I cannot click on it. Any suggestions, David? I cannot click on this link right now. It does not allow me to do it. Let me try something here. Maybe I can scan the link. Maybe this will work. Hold on. Okay. Question Scout would probably be able to do that, but this has calculators as well. So Jotform, I know that they do for sure. Jotform does these type of things. I don't know if you need a calculator as well, or just a form. What is this information useful for? Does it kind of uses the previous information to build on top of that? I don't fully understand, but definitely Jotform if you're looking for something something stable. I do not know all of the functionalities that this form has in order to be able to offer a solution, but look into Question Scout. This is some of the software I own. I never needed to build a quiz like this, a survey, but Question Scout is a good alternative, and Jotform definitely. This is kind of the go-to solution in the market. Any update on the custom text export and file upload to form like Google Form? file upload to form, but what's the custom text export? I don't know what the custom text export is, but the file upload is also on our long-term roadmap. I do not have an ETA, if you ask me. Is there a way to split Groove affiliate commissions with a partner of mine? I would like to give 50% of commissions to people who help me sell Groove. It would be 20% of the total sale. I don't understand what you're trying to do. So you would like to split commissions that are shared with you. That's nothing that you can automate. That needs to go manually. You could do a partner contract, but a partner contract in GrooveSell is where when you're selling your own product, then you receive the money, and that money can be split in two ways. But that's not something that you could do, and we don't plan to add affiliate sharing capabilities in our system. Our agency sub-users rolled out live, not yet. We talked about this on the state of the Groovium very briefly. This is coming. This is going to be released this year, but at this moment it's not out yet. At some point, will we have more detailed statistics of email and automatic sequences? Yes. Each and every email in the sequence will have link analytics and open analytics and other information about everything that we need to track. At this moment, we're really focusing on the functionality in all of the apps. Currently, GrooveSell has some basic analytics and reporting about transactions, but we don't have a table, for example, where we show all of the products and how many people went through the funnel and how many percent one of the upsell was purchased and the order bump and the things like that. So we don't have some of this analytics and tracking yet for in different apps, because at this moment we are really focusing on the functionalities that helps you run your business. Maybe track your business is something that we didn't focus enough yet, but that's because we want to build fast so that we have more functions to offer you guys. Anyway, we can integrate GrooveMail with other platforms. API integration is very limited. Or any way we can integrate. So currently, only Zapier is allowed. We will have webhooks and integrations directly in the GrooveMail forms. That's something that we talked about on the State of the Groovian. So that's planned. We will also have integrations that will send in the information to GrooveMail, but that's something that is not going to be done very quickly, because it needs to be planned out very carefully. All right, hold on. How can we add meta tag? I'm being asked to confirm domain ownership. Domain ownership is working like any other platform. Google also verifies the ownership of the domain. They give you a TXT record that you need to copy paste into the DNS record of your domain, which means that you get a piece of text you need to copy from Facebook, for example, this one, and then you go into the domain settings, custom domain, and here in the DNS management, you'll just need to add it as a record. All right, maybe TXT or maybe some other type of, but it's going to be something like this. You put in the name they give you, you put in the content as that long text, and then you click save, and that's basically it. This is how platforms do domain verification. All right. Can you send emails with one account and receive responses in another box? Yes. This is done. Receive responses. If you're asking about sending out emails and setting up a reply to option, like when somebody replies to the email that you sent out, you can set that in the sender information settings when you're creating the sender. So the reply to email needs to be a different email. But if you're talking about the functionality to receive form responses, like if somebody fills out the form And if you want to receive that information somewhere, let me just come back to here inside forms. We added an option that is called forward responses. So you can forward responses to your own account, or you can set up a recipient and send emails to the recipient. Recipient is just an email that you send your send these form responses to. So if you go to sender, you click recipient. Here you can add a recipient, which is going to be, I don't know, david@groovedigital.com. Send a one-time password. Okay, this is the account user. So Lemon plus David. Right, hopefully I received this email. Let me just refresh. Okay, I'm not logged into my Gmail in here. Give me a moment. You receive a password. Basically, I'm not going to wait it out. You receive a password. Then once you verified it, it's going to show up here. Then in your forms, you can select this recipient as somebody that you will send the form responses to. All right. Moving on. Yes, there is a thumbnail feature and favicons. Okay, this is not for me. At some point, will there be able to change the appearance of the GrooveMail unsubscribe pages? Unsubscribe pages, yes, that's in our long-term roadmap. Did I miss a recent Groovathon? If so, is there a replay link, please? Dean, this was not a Groovathon. It was a State of the Groovian. The link is on our YouTube channel. Just have a look there. I don't think I can send you now a link, but go onto our YouTube channel and you will see the name of the video is join us for the next 2022 State of the Groovian. It was streamed 5 days ago. Thank you so much, David. Last question: is there any update on when there will be a next or back button certificate and autoplay to progress through our course in GrooveMember? Yes, this is coming in the next couple of deployments in GrooveMember. This is coming with a progress bar. The progress bar is going to be tracking the progress of the members. You'll also be able to kind of go to the next lesson or the previous lesson. Also, we are working on themes that will have something like what Kajabi does. They will have a video playlist so that once one video finishes, then it's going to start playing the other one and things like that. So that's all planned. And it's going to come out real soon. When sending the welcome email to new member in membership, the link provided in the email goes to the sales page. How can this be changed? Actually, okay, when sending the welcome email to new member in the membership, the link provided in the email goes to the sales page. But reach out to our support, Eric. There must be a reason why this is being done. It usually does not do that. They will need to check it for you. Any news on when sitemap feature will be released for GrooveBlog? There is no information on that one yet. At this moment, we are working on speed improvements, SEO improvements, but the sitemap is, as I mentioned multiple times, sitemap is something that it needs to be done globally for GrooveBlog, for GrooveWebinar pages, for the other pages as well. And this is something that requires a lot more brain power than what we have now. So at this moment, it is on the to-do list, on our long-term to-do list, but not top priority right now, unfortunately. I know it is important and we want to do it, but we don't want to do it just for GrooveBlog. We want to do it for the whole platform, and that's why it will take us a little bit more time. GrooveKart, can we get a feature where if the quantity of the product goes down, it shows only X left or in stock? If there are more than certain number, this would create scarcity. We actually have that already. Tomorrow we'll have a session with Frank Salinas. He's the GrooveKart expert. Join his training, Mohammed, and you'll be able to ask him to show you that. But we have that already in GrooveKart. Would it make sense to use GrooveMember to make a customer portal? I asked because each client would have a different membership. Would it make sense to use GrooveMember for that? No. So you need a client portal platform for this. At this moment, there is a lifetime deal on AppSumo for a client portal. Have a look into it. But the other one I suggest is ClientJoy is called, or kitchen.co. These are all platforms created for managing clients and creating a client portal and working with clients that way. There is one, I will not share my screen right now, but there is one that just came on AppSumo the other day, and that's why I know about all of these apps, because I follow AppSumo. It's called AH something, AH Suite, AH Suite. It's a client portal with some workflow options and things like that. So let's check. It's a $78 option, and it's basically created specifically for that. All right. Did they mean imperfect action challenge? I'm not sure. Do you still have a Groove price plan Google sheet that was mentioned by Mike in State of Groovian? Yes. Let me try to share it. Hold on. Okay, that's not this group. Okay, I'll need to double check, and then I'll share the link in the Facebook group. I cannot find it right now immediately. Let's move on to the questions. What I need help with is finding out what is going on with uploading new MP4 files in GrooveVideo. We have a small issue for a couple of weeks now, lad. We saw your messages everywhere. Don't worry. We are not kind of sitting on our behinds and twiddling our fingers. We are in communication with you. So there's no need to go into every channel and talk to everybody. You have an issue, we gave you a workaround, lad. At this moment, while we have this issue, while we didn't figure out a way to work with GrooveVideo, I will show you one more time. I showed this today. Use, please, YouTube videos. So currently, when you upload a video to GrooveVideo, there may or may not be some issues. There is something that is happening on the servers that is not getting encoded properly. This is something that we're looking into, and this is something that is being worked on. I think we did 7 or 8 deployments as fixes, but that issue is still happening in different parts of the encoding. So we're continuously working on that. So please do this, okay? So I know that you may not want to do this, but please do this until a solution was found. I cannot give you a different option if you don't want to listen to this one. Okay, this is the last thing I can offer you, and that's the only thing that I will say after that. So take a video on YouTube, just upload the video to your YouTube channel, take the video link. Okay, oops, just copy the video link. You go back to your videos and add that video as a YouTube video on here. All right, as you will see, you will see that all of the branding and everything is not showing up. It is loading fast. It is great. It is working. It will load on all the devices. It doesn't have to encode because it's already live. So please use this as a workaround. Okay. I think we already mentioned that. You get a link. You can embed it everywhere. You get the video hosted page, everything that you want. The download is not going to be available because it's streaming from YouTube. So you can provide a different download link to a Google Drive or something. But please bear with us. We're working on the issue, and I would appreciate if you don't message everybody that has anything to do with Groove. This is an issue. We are working on it. There is a workaround. We showed it. Please use this in the meantime. Would you mind running us through installing a cookie policy to help us avoid any trouble with CCPA, GDPR, unless the process is too long for this video? there is an inbuilt Google or GroovePages cookie policy that you can use, that you can link to your legal pages or something. But for the moment, I would suggest maybe using an external platform like EUBenda or Acceptio or something like that. They are basically platforms that manage this these legal related stuff on your pages. So once you use that kind of platform, you just copy paste a code inside the head of your website, and then you basically don't have to do anything else. If you would like to use the inbuilt cookie pop-up for GroovePages, you just go into the GroovePages settings over here, site settings, and then here there is enable cookie alert. You just edit it. So you give it a title, you give it a description. Let's just say, click here to learn more, or by clicking accept, you agree to our privacy policy terms and conditions, If you want, you can also select this part and link it to your legal pages where you talk more about that. Then it will show up in different styles. You can choose a different style, dark, green, or white. We have 3 options right now, but you can enable this for your website in GroovePages. All right, moving on. So is there any way to truly embed a YouTube video where people can click on the title of the YouTube video to go to YouTube channel? That's why I'm trying. With the way that we are handling YouTube videos, there is no way to click on the YouTube. So again, we're just going to use the source from YouTube. We're just a video from YouTube and use it to play. There's no other option basically that we are doing. So please use this as a workaround one more time until we fix the encoding issues. Do we still need email hosting companies like MailChimp or other if we have full access to GrooveMail? Well, different companies will have different functionalities. Depending on the functionalities you need, you may or may not need the other company. GrooveMail is good enough right now to support let's just say 70-80% of users for sending email. There's of course a lot of functionalities that we will be adding on, but MailChimp is a company that is there for 15 year or more, not sure how much, but they have for sure functionalities that we do not support yet. So at this moment, I would say you are good with GrooveMail if you're sending out emails. If you need some more advanced tagging or I don't know, you may or may not find it in GrooveMail. Thank you for answering my previous question. So GrooveMail is fully out and beta mode, out of beta mode. So it is still being developed, but I wouldn't call it beta anymore. It is having a lot of interesting functionalities, but some are still missing, as I mentioned. But for sending, it is very good right now. I'm trying to use YouTube video to link to GrooveVideo to use as a promotional tool video for affiliate in the widget. It won't let me use this workaround. Yes, so for promotional tools, it needs a direct YouTube video link. So you take your YouTube video link and you paste that in the promotional tools. Currently, the promotional tools need an update, and then what we will do later is enable Groove videos, enable all kinds of different resources that currently it does not have the options to. So for now, you need to link a YouTube video if you want to provide your own resources. All right. I believe this is it from my end. I have an issue here in my new office. I do not have an AC, and at this moment, I think it is around 30 degrees Celsius, which is degrees Celsius to F, which is 86 Fahrenheit or maybe even more. So I'm sweating like an animal. So I'm going to be concluding this Q&A right now. I did manage to get a fan. My wife just brought it in for me. So probably next Q&A is going to be louder while the fan is blowing on me. But at this moment, I am just going to wrap it up. It's hot, it's warm. Croatia is beautiful in summer, but it's hot as hell. So yeah, at this moment, I'm going to wrap it off. If you have any questions in the meantime, feel free to ask them in the Facebook community, or if you need any technical assistance, please reach out to our support team. If you already reported and there are some issues, we are definitely looking into it. There's no need to follow up again and again. We are pushing out fixes almost daily, so please just bear with us a little bit. We are working on a lot of changes for platform-wide changes for the new pricing plans and the new structure and the new subscription options and things like that. So the software updates may be going a little bit slower because we want our company to have all of the priorities in terms of the features because of this new price plan rollout, subscription rollout. So if you reported something, we are definitely looking into it. It may be just a little bit more time. We need to get it sorted. So please bear with us until the next time. We are going to be doing another Q&A live on Wednesday. So make sure you join us there. And yeah, hopefully see you there next week. Bye for now, guys. See you.